Okay, so hi everybody, we are back. It's October 18th. We have some students and we have the lovely Imelda here to talk to us about Filipino-American Heritage Month. So I'm going to close my screen and hopefully pass it over to Imelda because I don't know what else to do here. Do you have access to share now? Hey,
I
Ethan.
just shared my screen. No? Should I reshare it?
I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Now see if you can share yours. How about that?
Okay. I should stop sharing my screen, or do you see it? No.
I do not see yours, but let me make sure that I've actually got it. Yeah.
Okay, let me reshare my screen.
Yeah, try now.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Ethan.
Hello.
There you go.
Weird audio, so just roll with it, okay? All right, it's all yours, Imelda.
Can you guys see my screen now?
Let me check. Yes, I can see it.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we'll start.
Yes.
Kumusta? Hey, kumusta? From Spanish, como esta? And mabuhay.
Hello.
Hello,
¿Cómo
mabuhay.
está?
Como esta? Let me just put it on present mode. Hold on.
So I teach French. My kids might or might not know como está. Do I have Spanish teachers, Spanish students in here who recognize it a little bit? All right.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so como esta comes from Spanish como esta, and mabuhay is long live. It's a formal way of greeting people. Buhay means life. Okay, so magandang araw. This is how we greet. Magandang araw, magandang umaga, magandang hapon. Maganda is beautiful. So it's a beautiful day, beautiful morning here in Hawaii, and beautiful afternoon in Georgia. So if you can say the word magandang hapon.
You might have to say it slower for us to repeat. Can you try again?
Okay, so say magandang hapon.
Hapon.
Yeah, hapon. Hapon is afternoon. Maganda is beautiful, but it's a way of greeting, which is good morning, or good afternoon. Yeah, so, but the generic term would just be magandang araw. Maganda, beautiful or good. Okay, did you guys get it? Yes? Okay, so I am gonna introduce myself. Okay, I know my name is Imelda, but I say ako with your gesture. Ako, pointing to your heart. Ako si Tita Ime. That's how students call me, Tita. I'm a small auntie. Ako si Tita Ime. Taga Hawaii ako sa Pearl City. So I'm Tita Ime, pointing to your heart. Introduce yourself. Taga Hawaii ako sa Pearl City. Then within yourselves, you can share where you guys are from, yeah? Okay, so here we go. Ako si, and then you guys can fill in the blanks on your end.
All right, and walk us through it again. Ako si.
Yeah, ako si, and then your name. And then taga is where you're from. So for me, I would say taga Pearl City ako sa Hawaii. So you can say taga Georgia ako sa Savannah. Taga, and then the state, and then specifically what place in that state. So taga is where you're from. Yeah. Okay, so in your small group, you can practice that just to introduce.
Should we say how? All right. Can I heard you say, what is it? Ako si.
Ako si.
Ako sa Jackson.
Excellent.
Good job.
So, what about Sharon? Taga saan ka? Your teacher, yeah.
Ako si Shannon, taga Georgia. Ako sa Griffin.
Aba, magaling. Magaling is good. Yeah, magaling is good. Yeah, very good. Magaling. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's keep going. So today I'm going to be talking about the Filipino-American history, and also, of course, about the Philippines. And we're going to be doing the jeepney connection towards the end. So my name is Imelda Gasmen. I teach at the University of Hawaii. I teach Filipino Language and Culture, and I am also the director for the Kabataan Filipino for Kids program at the Filipino Community Center here, also here in Hawaii. Okay, so here we go. the jeepney connection. So today, these are all the things we're going to be doing. Identify the location of the Philippines on the world map, know the timeline and contributions of Filipino Americans in the US, and then, of course, learn basic info about the Philippines, history, culture, and language. Color and make a jeepney, and the Filipino and US flags, and then sing or learn a fun song towards the end if there's still time available. Okay, what date is today? Today is October 18. Very, very significant because it's the arrival of the first Filipinos in the United States, specifically in Morro Bay, California. They were aboard a Spanish galleon, the big ship, yeah? So here we go. So where in the world did the Filipinos come from? Okay, do you guys know? What country?
Can anybody put the Philippines on the map?
Can you guys see where the Philippines is on the big world map with all the continents? What continent does the Philippines come from?
Say louder. Asia.
Asia, right? That's right. Yeah, so it's Asia. So Asia is over here. Okay, and then let's see. Anybody has been to the Philippines or in Asia for your field trip or a vacation?
Has anybody ever been to Asia? Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to the Philippines via this presentation. Okay,
We have one who's been to India, so she's at least.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be mentioning India in a few minutes actually. Yeah. So the Filipinos came from a country called the Philippines. It's a very small country over here, right here. Okay. And then I put a flag over there. And then where is the United States? Do you guys see United States? Yes.
We can put that on the map, right? Good.
Yeah, or North America, actually. It's the continent. Yeah, so in here, this is Asia, including the Philippines right here. And this is United States, or where it's part of North America. And this is where Tita Ime is. Hawaii, yeah. So that's the chain of islands over here. Okay, so like I said earlier, the Filipinos actually aboard Spanish galleon or the big ship actually sailed to the United States and landed for the first time in Morro Bay, California, right there. No airplane, it's just a galleon ship at that time.
Could you imagine traveling on a boat like that?
Yeah, like for months and months, like, you know, probably 3 months or so or more. Yeah. And this is actually the actual world map. Again, we can see the Philippines is right there. And then United States is over here. And I am here right now. So look at how far it is. Okay, so what do you know about the Philippines and about Filipinos? I'll give you maybe 30 seconds to talk to each other or just to say something. What do you know about the Philippines or about Filipinos in general?
Do you guys know anything about the Philippines?
Do you know something or heard something? Entertainment, food?
Oh, someone said they like to party.
Yeah, Filipinos love to party. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we have a lot of fiestas. Yeah. There you go. Okay. So I'm gonna talk to you about famous Filipino Americans in a few minutes. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna watch a really quick video. I hope it works. Okay, it's about a minute or two. So we're gonna go to the Philippines right now. Yeah. And this is about Philippines, places and its peoples. Yeah. Here we go.
Already want to go.
When it's love, it welcomes you. It appreciates you. It inspires you. It gives you a reason to go on. A reason to do great things and conquer great heights. It is there to give you courage, to empower you and honor your strength. Love is always worth the wait. It is a deep dive into a life of wonders. Wonders that are found in the smallest of things and in the sweetest little moments, but always better in full view. Better for all to feel, better for all to see, and better for all to share. This is how you know that love is real. When it expects nothing in return, yet makes you yearn to give it back. When it leaves a mark on your soul that you'll take everywhere you go as you walk into the new chapters of your life. But even if you can't fully understand it, even if you can't put it into words, sometimes knowing it's with you is enough. Because when it's love, you feel it.
There you go. Love the Philippines is the newest tourism video, which actually showcases different places as well as people from north all the way to the southern part of the Philippines. Any comments about the video? Do you want to go to the Philippines now with this short teaser? Yes.
I think everybody wants to go to the beach now.
Yeah.
And they all eat all the Filipino food. It was pretty good.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's keep going. Where were we? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it's Love the Philippines video. There's a lot of series of that one actually, and we're very fortunate that it came out before this presentation. Yeah. So let's take a look at just a simple overview of the Philippines. Okay, so again, it's a country in Southeast Asia. The capital is Manila, and it's basically a Christian. It's the largest Christian country in the whole of Asia. Yeah, specifically Catholic. Yeah. So, question: how many languages are spoken in the Philippines? How many islands are there in the Philippines? Yeah. So, shout out. What do you think?
Languages? How many
Languages. How many languages do you think?
We got 3, we got 4, what?
Okay. What about how many islands? You see the map. How many islands do you think we have in the Philippines?
How many islands? We got 7 islands. What else?
7 islands? Oh, there's more than 7 over here. Okay, so all right, okay. So good guesses though, right? Yeah. So let's take a look. So we actually have over 7,000 islands. To be exact, 7,641 islands. And they are grouped into 3 main islands. The blue one, we call it Luzon. This one, this is the region of Luzon. In the middle, we have the Visayas area. And then the southern part is called Mindanao. So there's 3 main groups of islands, but there are over 7,000 islands. In terms of the languages spoken, we have 150 languages, over 150 languages, and we don't understand each other. Okay. However, we have 8 languages, and the top 3 languages, we have Ilocano, Tagalog, and Cebuano. The lingua franca, though, is Filipino or Tagalog, which I will share in a few seconds. We have over 180 ethno-linguistic groups. And each ethno-linguistic group has its own language, has its own culture, has its own history, has its own identity. So you can just imagine how multilingual and how multicultural our country. Okay. Do you guys know any other language aside from English? And anybody?
We're learning
French?
We're learning French, we're learning Spanish.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
What is it? Gujarati, we have our Indian language speaker.
Oh, okay. So the word Filipino actually refers to the nationality of the people. However, it also refers to the national language, which is Tagalog based. So whenever we say Filipino, it can either mean the person or the nationality or the national language, which is based in Filipino, okay? Which is based in Tagalog, which is the lingua franca of Filipinos in the Philippines and elsewhere in the world. So if an Ilocano and Cebuano meets, they don't understand each other, so they speak a Filipino or Tagalog, yeah? But we have a lot of words in Spanish. And then, like I said, the first word earlier that we heard was kumusta. Kumusta is from Spanish, como esta, yeah? And then our country, the Philippines, remember the spelling. Sometimes it's spelled with a double L or single P or some other spelling. It's spelled Philippines, yeah. And we are, the country is named after a Spanish king, King Felipe, the second of Spain. Or in English, it's Philip, yeah, so Philippines, yeah. In terms of colonization, we were actually colonized by Spain for over 300 years. And we call these years the convent years. So they actually spread Christianity throughout the country. And we call this the convent years of colonization. And then later on, the United States also colonized the Philippines for over 40 years. We just rounded up to 50 years, and we call them the Hollywood years in the Philippines. So there's a lot of Spanish as well as American influence in the Philippines, yeah. Okay, and then in terms of values, we're a very relational community group, very religious, very family-oriented, and there's this thing we call the bayanihan spirit, in which we try to help each other, yeah, especially in times of disasters or calamities. We also have this value of pakikisama, where we can easily get along with people. And then the last one is being respectful. We have the polite particle called po, P-O. It's a polite particle. We use it in all of our expressions. Magandang umaga po, kumusta po, which is a sign of respect towards elders or to someone you treat with respect. So po, a particle to show politeness, yeah, polite particle. Hey, anybody has tried Filipino food?
Yes.
Yes? So,
So shake your head or say yes or whatever, loud.
you probably have eaten something similar. So we have adobo, lumpia. Lumpia is the spring roll. Southeast Asian countries have that. And then we have pancit, which is noodles. And then there's this very, very big thing here, which is like a whole roasted pig, which actually we only have it for a very, very special occasion because it's very expensive. So it's a whole roasted pig. Yeah. So these are just some. We have a lot of different kinds of dishes of cuisine because we are multicultural, multi-ethnic group, yeah, in the Philippines as well. And the word for delicious is masarap. Can you guys say the word masarap?
Masarap.
Masarap. There you go. Yeah. So masarap means delicious. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you look at my shirt, can you guys see my shirt?
You guys see your shirt?
Can you guys read my shirt?
They're all getting hungry. Let me make you bigger. Hold on.
So it's actually, it says, I can't live without rice. So I'm a racist. Okay, so it's a play with words, yeah. So anyway, a Filipino meal is not complete without rice. So I cannot live without rice. So you have to have rice to complete a meal. Okay, let's see. I wish I can share with you this food if we're in face-to-face, but maybe your teacher can share a few there later on. All right, okay.
Cannot cook, so.
Okay. All right. So another thing that I want to share with you about the Philippines is a holiday. We actually have did you know that the Philippines observe the world's longest celebration of Christmas? We start decorating in September 1st and we end Christmas January 6th. So we have almost four months of celebrating Christmas. And if you see this is called the parol. Parol is like a Christmas lantern. And I actually have here, I usually have an activity for my students to make their own parol. It's origami style. And and it's hang in people's houses by the windows and so on. Yeah, so it's called parol. Can everybody say the word parol?
Parol.
Yeah, it sounds like a Spanish also. Yeah, there you go. There we go. So let's watch this really quick video again of the Filipino. The Filipino word for hello is not kumusta, but it's actually let's eat, meaning kain na. Yeah, so let's watch this full video over here. Hold on.
All gonna get hungry, I'm sure. Ooh, hold on one second. We may not. We cannot actually hear the audio very well. I don't know if there's a.
Can you see the music and the video? No?
We can see the video, we just can't hear too much.
It's more fun.
Wow. I had no idea that's what the Philippines look like. Did you? Yes. I don't think any of us have ever stopped to think what we might imagine the Philippines to look like, but I don't think that's it. It's beautiful.
In the Philippines.
Look at that. Look at oh. An eagle that eats monkeys. Did you guys just see that? Literally, it says there's an eagle that eats monkeys. That's a strong eagle. Are you guys seafood eaters?
Yeah.
No seafood?
Yes.
I think you would fish.
If I might into the red, I would probably
No.
try.
He likes to fish. Are we, so I got a lot of yeses on seafood eating?
Yes.
Yes?
Big on
Oh my gosh, do you guys look at that? I want to do that.
There you go. You're the party. That's how Filipinos are.
Kanaya was right. They like to party.
It's more fun in the Philippines. Philippine Islands.
Wouldn't that be fun, you guys?
We should take a trip
Why can't we party like this anymore?
Where
She
do you
goes
think
to Manoa.
What are you taking to there?
I bet you guys actually do party like that. I know you children.
I wish I
I don't
could party
know.
like that.
Exactly. Where?
Don't take a trip to Manoa.
We gotta get through France and Italy.
In the Philippines.
So they're sorry that you were not able to hear the music. So there's actually a cool music, but again, these are places that that showcases the Philippines. I've been to several of them. I've actually swam with a whale shark, a friendly whale shark as big as a ship. I've taken a picture with the smallest tarsier, like a little animal like you saw with the big eyes. So it's
Yeah.
a really cool country to explore. So it's more fun in the Philippines, and love the Philippines. Okay, here we go. So let's keep going.
Do any of you guys drive a Jeep?
Want to.
Yeah, Jeeps are popular down here.
Yeah.
I didn't say it for years. I'm tired.
Old Jeeps are fun too.
Okay, so let's get back to I guess the Philippine-American. Now that we have something about the Philippines, let's take a look now at our the Filipino-American history. There you go.
Sorry for the audio, you guys. I don't know how to fix it.
Is it back, the audio?
No, it's good. You're good.
Can you hear me? Okay, so we're back to the Filipino-American History Month after traveling and taking a look at some beautiful places in the Philippines. Yeah, so okay, so we're just gonna go through some timeline. I know it's a little bit boring to go through some history, but it's an interesting thing to know why we celebrate the Filipino-American History Month. So again, we already know that the first Filipinos arrived in California way back about 400 years ago. And they were called Luzon Indios because actually these sailors came from the northern part of the Philippines in Luzon. Yeah. And then in 1763, what happened was the Filipino settlers actually established the first Filipino community in Louisiana, in a place called St. Malo. So if you ever go to Louisiana, there's actually a marker there where it talks about the Filipino and the Manila village. Yeah. Again, these were Filipinos who escaped the Spanish galleons and formed fishing villages in Louisiana. Okay, fast forward to 1898, the Philippines became a U.S. territory after the Spanish-American War. The United States actually bought or purchased the Philippines for $20 million only. Can you imagine that? Buying a whole country for $20 million, including Puerto Rico and Guam, so including 2 other territories. Is that cheap or expensive? Okay, so anyway, yeah, for a whole country, 20 million, yeah. And then fast forward to 1906, the first wave of Filipino laborers called the Sakada, they arrived in Hawaii, where I am here right now, to work in sugarcane plantations. And that's the start of the large-scale migration of, I guess, workers from the U.S. mainland. So the Filipinos were the last ethnic group, actually, that came to Hawaii. So there were Chinese, Puerto Ricans, Portuguese, and all kinds of ethnic groups. But we were the last set of laborers that arrived in Hawaii at the time, yeah? And then we call these years from 1906 to 1934 as the Manong generation. So a lot of Filipinos migrated to Hawaii, California, and other parts of the United States, especially in the West Coast area. And Filipinos became one of the largest groups of Asian laborers in Alaska's fish canneries. Yeah, so there's a lot of Filipinos in Alaska also. And then in 1934, they actually limited the number of Filipinos that can come to the United States. Only 50 people per year were allowed, okay? And then fast forward to the World War II, thousands of Filipinos actually were recruited to serve in the U.S. military, and they were promised citizenship and veterans benefits in return for their service. 1946, the Philippines gained its independence, supposedly from the United States, but then many veterans who served were denied their benefits. So sad, okay? Just a few more years to go over. 1965, we have the second wave of migration. Yeah, so now we have professionals, doctors, nurses, and engineers that were allowed to come to the United States. Okay, and in the 1970s to 1980s, we have the labor movements, which was led by Larry Itliong to fight for the labor rights of Filipinos as well as for Mexicans. Yeah. And then 1990, there was a partial benefits were restored to the Filipino veterans with their citizenship and long denied compensation. Okay. And then here we go, the last timeline. Okay, in 2009, President Barack Obama at the time signed the legislation that provided a one-time payment to surviving Filipino World War II veterans. And at this year, the Congress recognized October as the Filipino-American History Month, started by FANS, which is the Filipino-American National Historical Society way back in the 1990s. Okay, in 2016, some Filipino veterans were awarded the gold medal for service and sacrifice during war. So fast forward to 2020s, now there's a growing influence and political representation of Filipinos all over the United States. Yeah. Okay, that's actually in a nutshell. And Filipino Americans continue to contribute now to various fields, as in entertainment. There's a lot of entertainers who are Filipino Americans, sports, business, and we are becoming one of the largest and fastest growing Asian groups in the US. Let's see how many Filipinos are there in the United States. Yeah, so in here, from this data, we have about 17% of the nation's total Asian American population, so 17%, okay? We are now the third largest Asian American population. Chinese is first, and then the Indian Americans second, and now Filipino Americans are now the third largest American population in the entire US. So there's about 4.1 million Filipinos all throughout the United States. So do you guys know have you met Filipinos in your areas where you live?
We were just talking about that. There's not a huge Filipino population where we are.
Oh, but there are a few, maybe.
Maybe a couple. Yeah.
Yeah, I met one in Savannah actually. He was at the stores, like someone who was selling some t-shirts actually at that time. Yeah. Okay. So the 4.1 million Filipinos are actually in three major states in the United States. Majority is concentrated in California with 1.6 million Filipino-Americans. And the second largest group is in Hawaii, where I live. About 270,000 Filipino-Americans are here. That accounts for about 1/4 or 25% of the total population. And then Texas, we have 208,000 Filipinos. And then other Phil-Ams are actually distributed elsewhere in the country: Nevada, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, Washington State, and Virginia. Yeah, so this is where you see more Filipinos.
Can I ask, why do you think there would be a lot of Filipinos in California and Hawaii?
Yeah, well, because that's at the beginning, remember, that's where the first migration of Filipinos are, and that's where they first landed. And then the first wave of migration, actually, they worked in the farms and in the canneries. So and they brought over their families. Yeah. So that's the history of why we have a lot of Filipinos in California and Hawaii, because of the first wave and second wave of migration. Okay. And they're able to bring over their families. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna go over just a few things about the Philippines. So this will be the last part before we do the jeepney. The Filipino-American contributions in the U.S., where they have made a mark. In healthcare, actually, it says 1 in 4 foreign trained nurses in the U.S. is from the Philippines. Especially during pandemic, there were, you can actually see the very caring Filipinas nurses, Filipino or Filipina nurses in the hospitals. Yes, we have a lot of nurses and doctors, but mostly nurses in the United States hospitals and medical areas. Yeah. Also in the military service, there's a lot of Filipino Americans there. Again, if you remember, Filipinos were recruited actually in World War II, and they were recruited into the U.S. Navy after World War II. And there's been a lot of Filipinos being brought over by their families also. Right? And they contribute to military efforts globally from World War II until now, yeah, present day conflict. So we have a lot of military service, and we have some major notable figures in the military service. One of them is Colonel, I think, General Antonio Taguba, who actually did some kind of a, what was it in here? Let me check before I forget. Major Taguba is actually known for his report for the Abu Ghraib prison scandal way back in Iraq. Yeah, that was a long time ago, but he did some major accomplishments there. Okay, and then we also have political representation and civic leadership. The first Filipino-American or first Asian American governor in the United States is actually from Hawaii, who is Ben Cayetano. Okay. And then in the academia and education, there's been more academics that are, I guess, teaching or involved in the institutions. And Harvard actually just started offering Filipino language and culture courses about a year or 2 years ago. And Yale is actually planning to open also. And the University of Hawaii, where I'm from, is the only university outside the Philippines that offers a BA in Philippine language and literature, majoring in 2 languages. It's either Filipino or Ilocano. So if you guys are interested to learn more about those languages. And then for the culinary influence, you probably can see more Filipino cuisine in the US culinary scene. There's different kinds of adobo or lumpia or halo-halo now everywhere. And there's Jollibee, I think, it's the fastest, I guess, fast food chain It's all over the world. Have you guys heard Jollibee? It's like
No.
oh, okay. So actually, it's slowly gaining popularity in New York, in different places on the mainland. Yeah, so it's like McDonald's, but it's more popular than McDonald's in the Philippines. And then for arts and entertainment, we have artists like Bruno Mars. How many of you guys know Bruno Mars? Raise your hand if you know Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he sang all kinds of fun songs. Apple Diap of the Black Eyed Peas and Lea Salonga, who is an award-winning actress. She performed in Broadway, and she's the voice of Disney. What song was that? The Aladdin, A Whole New World, as well as Reflections in Mulan. So that's actually Lea Salonga. Yeah. So these are examples of Filipino Americans with major influence in the entertainment industry. Olivia Rodrigo. Who among you knows Olivia Rodrigo?
You know her?
She's a famous Filipina film. Yeah. And then labor rights activism. I talked to you guys about this earlier. Led by Larry Itliong, alongside with the Mexican activist Cesar Chavez. They fought for the labor rights. Yeah. And then for science and technology, we have Dr. Fe Del Mundo. She was the first woman admitted to Harvard Medical School, and she is a pediatrician, and she has contributions to pediatrics are recognized globally. And we also have Dado Banatao. He is a Silicon Valley innovator, and he invented the first single chip, the 16 microprocessor for the calculator. Interesting invention, yeah. And then for entrepreneurship, there's more Filipino Americans, businesses all over the United States. And for sports, of course, who doesn't know Manny Pacquiao?
Do you guys know Manny Pacquiao? Oh, we don't do boxing here, apparently.
Oh, okay. So anyway, he is the most famous Filipino boxer. He has a huge following in the US, actually. So you can Google him. He won a lot of fights, and I think he has retired. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so cultural preservation and heritage. Yes, I'm just gonna read through this. Filipino Americans have contributed to the cultural diversity of the US, promoting Filipino traditions, festivals, and cuisine. And the Filipino-American National Historical Society fans plays a big role in documenting and celebrating Phil-Am history. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So very rich cultural heritage that we have. So we're gonna watch. Let me see time-wise. Yeah, I think we're okay. What does it mean to be Filipino? Okay, so let's just watch.
Hey,
another-
Imelda,
Yes.
the audio on the videos doesn't really show up and we can't hear it very well, and we're kind of getting close to when kids are going to need to leave. Do you think we could
Okay,
skip
yeah.
the
Yeah,
jeepney?
we can skip. Yeah, we can skip. Yeah, hold on. Okay. Anyway, it's recorded. Yeah, they can always go back later on. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So some notable Filipino Americans, Miss gonna wish them. Yeah, Ben Cayetano, the first governor. We also have Cristeta Comerford. She is the first woman and first Asian American, first Filipino American who was the executive chef in the White House for 4 presidents. Yeah, she just retired actually. Yeah. And then we have Bruno Mars, Jacob Batalon, who was a Spider-Man's best friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's from Hawaii actually. And then Gabriella Wilson, also Phil-Am. Yeah, so these are all famous Phil-Ams. Yeah, so here we go. Now we're gonna do this is our activity, make and take activity, jeepney. So what is a jeepney? So
What do you hear? Jeep. I hear the word Jeep. We're excited about Jeep.
Yeah. So jeepney comes from the word jeep. In World War II, the U.S. military left all their surplus of military jeeps, so it looks like this, the jeeps over here, yeah? Small one, yeah? And they left it in the Philippines. They don't want to bring it back to the United States. So what the Filipinos did, very resourceful Filipinos, what it actually was made it longer so that it can become a public utility vehicle. Yeah, so now it's a very popular form of transportation in the Philippines. It has vibrant colors. It's decorated with fun stuff. Sometimes it's personalized with your name and so on. So I'm not sure if you guys have that, or what do we do? Sharon, are they doing it or bringing it home? The activity.
She's not in the room right now.
She's not in the room. Okay. All right. Okay. So do you guys have your material or no? Do you guys have it? I'm not sure if we're doing it, or you're bringing it home? Are you bringing it home or?
I'm here. Sorry, my principal came in and asked me a question. Ask the question again.
Yeah. So are they doing it or bringing home this activity?
I don't know. What's our time like, guys? Do you guys need to go home, or you want to do an activity now? So I will give it to them to take home, and then they can make it at home. Cool?
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, it looks like this. It looks like this when it's done. Yeah. Yeah, you can decorate it. Maybe you can have like a contest of who has the most colorful jeepney in the class. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's also called the King of the Road. Yeah. Okay, and then what do we have here? So these are all different kinds of jeepney. You can put a flag to it and all kinds of colors that you want to add to decorate it. Yeah. And then the other thing real quick, so it's very easy to make. I think it's very self-explanatory. You just have to fold it into a jeepney form. Okay, and then the other one that I'm gonna go over real quick, it's very easy also, is I don't know if your teacher printed it, is the Filipino-American flag, where you actually, it's the same thing, you color it and then you turn it over and it's the US and Philippine flag. So you can put it together just to celebrate your Filipino-American History Month. Yeah. And I think that's it. I think that's all I have.
Well, thank you. Can you teach us how to say thank you in Filipino?
Yeah. So over here, I'm gonna teach you how to say thank you in Filipino. Or it's also in Hawaiian. So in Hawaiian, it's mahalo. In Filipino, thank you is salamat. But if you say thank you very much, we say maraming salamat. So I'm just gonna do the short one, which is salamat. Everybody say salamat.
Salamat. Thank you so much.
And then if you want to be polite, you add the po at the end. So salamat po. Salamat po.
All right. Well, thank you. Oh, say it again. She's listening to hear. Make sure we say it right. Salamat po, right?
Yes. Salamat po.
All right, we're gonna say it one time real loud so she can hear us. Ready? Thank you so much. Thank you, Imelda.
Can we have a group picture? Is that possible?
Yeah, y'all come over. Let's do a little group picture real quick.
I'm gonna hold it real quick. I'm gonna stop my share so I can see your. There you go.
Hey. All right.
We have a quick group picture, please. Just to I just want to see the faces of those who joined us. Okay.
You gotta get near my computer. Come on over. Come. It's really hot in my room. Sorry. Come on, y'all get close. We're gonna get faces on the screen. Come on. Why are we all afraid to come near me? Do I stink? What is this? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. People smile. 1, 2, 3. I think Cheyenne, we might have. Oh, hold on. Did I do it right? How do we take a screenshot on here?
I'm taking a shot and two. Yeah, hold on. Okay, ready? I cannot see you. Okay, hold on. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I cannot see your teacher. Okay, ready? There you go. 1, 2, 3. Smile. There you go. Salamat. I hope you enjoyed our little presentation.
We did. Thank you so much, Imelda. I'll share the video with you when we get it done, okay?
Give us an opportunity. I really love it. Yeah, thanks.
So much. That was lovely. Have a good evening or good day, because it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning for you. Enjoy your
Bye.
Bye.
I'm just asking.